Ooh, we have options. Let's go talk to the journal. See what may be updated. Freddie was at the apartment. Yes, she was. I wasn't expecting that Freddie would lash out at Pam the way she did. What's wrong with her? I finally got back to the apartment after leaving the underworld, and of course Freddie was there. She felt bad about how things went down with Panic, as I have to keep in mind that my song power draws things out of people. Oh, okay. So the fact that she knows about all of this, it's fine? It appears Calliope was staying at an apartment. Okay. Calliope was one of 3 idols called the Muses, the last one still living according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they grew apart. See, that's what makes me kinda suspicious of Apollo. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way and apparently argued with everyone a lot, which doesn't sound like Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol and there may be more suspects than I imagined. Is this what it means to be the Muse? Apparently, after years of arguing with the idols and making everyone angry, Calliope finally left Olympus, and that's when she became friends with Persephone, the greatest, biggest lady, who gave her the apartment. However, Persephone says, they haven't spoken in 2 years. Okay, the plot is plotting. I ran into none other than Hermes at the underworld. Would you believe Hermes has only been an idol for a year or so? Yeah! You talk about the old Hermes, so I guess they must have gone through something like me. They were there when the old Hermes died. And his eidolon. But then he said that the old Hermes asked him if he wanted to be an idol. Right? Sorry, asked them. They answered one question at least about how they showed up at the apartment so quickly. Apparently, when an idol dies, Hermes has to be there. Yeah. They do. Aphrodite, I don't think there's anything new. Okay, Apollo. See, also fishy. Why would you find him there? I mean, he did say he was there because, like, I wanted to see Calliope's stuff one last time. But then there was that whole thing about the mess that she made, and he was so sure that Calliope, this is how Calliope is, you know? Don't. And then he found out, oh, it was Persephone? Shit. For one, he keeps saying that helping me will do more harm than good. Maybe because he did it! I don't know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely through a teenage computer whiz. Oracle. Also, I didn't realize it before, but I was like, why is Oracle calling him Paul? And then she said, because I don't think Apollo is his name. So it's like, maybe this isn't the real Apollo. Whatever. Do all the idols hold grudges against each other like this? If so, it's no wonder one of them got murdered. Apollo brought me to see Persephone, but who do you think almost tanked the entire thing? That's right, he did. He got all big and angry like he was about to start hurling thunderbolts. He doesn't do that. His dad does that. And stormed out of the underworld like an angry child. I still can't believe it. Right. Persephone laughed when I asked if Athena might be a suspect, like the suggestion was ridiculous. Athena's entire existence is based on protecting the idols, and apparently she'd never break her own rules. She sounds so fun. I think number 1 on my suspect list is Athena, just cause she's such a stickler for rules and protecting the idols that, you know, you become the harm in and of itself. That maybe she, like I said, she would kill Calliope if maybe she found out Calliope was up to something that wasn't really up to code, and then she was like, nope, you get to die. but then she didn't think that her eidolon would pass on to someone else, or she was hoping that her eidolon would pass on to nobody and then that they would get rid of her quickly. I don't know. According to the oracle, all of these theories in my brain, I don't know if the brain is braining with them. I guess she's next on my list, yeah. Apollo gave me the lowdown on Persephone. Apparently the whole story about she was kidnapped by Hades is true. Bride against her will. See, I would be so pissed as well if I was Persephone. When I finally met Persephone at her nightclub, she almost immediately challenged me to a song duel, which I let her win, of course, and I think she knew it. She knew it. Thus, she finally answered my questions. Even though it didn't mean much, she gave Calliope the apartment. Okay. Things got ugly. Oh, excuse me. Things got ugly between Apollo and Persephone pretty quickly until Apollo stormed her and let him go. I mean, sure, 2 minutes before Persephone wanted my head on a platter. But now she was willing to help. Isn't that what he brought me here for? That's true. So she's my new ally now, I suppose. She says that if an idol is really behind Calliope's death and was able to cover up their involvement, finding them might be difficult, which, great. Oh, this smooth bitch. I ran into Pan in the underworld just by coincidence, so he says, hanging around in the very place his tip eventually led me to. Pan agreed to help me find Persephone. Okay, neither Apollo nor Persephone seem to consider Pan much of a suspect. He's not a murderer, according to them, even though his sudden involvement is really suspicious. Okay. If Apollo and Persephone don't think he's much of a suspect, maybe that's his plan. Oh, I didn't realize his top was like sheer. I love it. I met Eros, the god of sex, just hanging around in the underworld looking like a Turkish wrestler, taking a quick break from his BDSM dungeon. He was nice enough, if kind of wrapped up in his own problems, hardly seemed like the killer type. But what do I know? I look forward to learning more about this Turkish wrestler looking non-Cupid baby. Let's talk to Pan. Because we just came from Persephone. Oh shit. But then she's our ally. Okay, we wanna love her too. We wanna heart her. Let's go.
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well.
She's still there. She hasn't left.
Just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Oh, why?
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else. Until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
Oh, that's interesting. Did he happen to say what he wanted?
No. He probably wants to cash in his favor.
Huh. That's what he does. Collect favors and then use them to gather even more favors. To what end, I dare not guess.
Maybe that's a motive?
Maybe that's what went wrong with Calliope. A favor she wouldn't repay.
Or something she'd discovered and refused to conceal. Now, that would be just like her. You should go ahead and see what Pan wants. It might be useful.
Just throw caution to the wind, huh?
Give me a heart.
Somehow you'll manage.
Heart. Oh,
I
that's
want to
it?
send you to a party,
Oh, okay.
Grace, one Aphrodite is holding.
Okay.
She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
Why a party?
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
Couldn't I just talk to Pan?
I still have that invitation from Pan. Maybe it'd be easier if I just went to see him.
You should do both. Just don't believe a single word coming out of his mouth.
Got it.
I might be able to coax some truth out of him. I can be persuasive.
A battle of the silver tongues, I'm sure.
That's true.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but...
Oh, who is her husband in
Suffice it to
this
say, if I showed up at
iteration
Aphrodite's
of
party,
the
revealing
Pantheon?
Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
Don't say it
It's
like
less
that.
of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
All right. Maybe we should go. Why is Apollo an option? Let me go to the party. Ask her what's up with Pan and then talk to Pan. Right? Gather some intel. Not me making plans again.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Apollo's not even wearing like a shirt. You're fine.
Hello, Grace.
Hi.
To be honest, I'm surprised to see you here.
Are you? I don't
Persephone
think so.
said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
Is this awake? Don't start.
Please don't start that again. It was bad enough at the underworld.
I apologize. She should have... There are things you need to know. You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu, recollections that aren't your own?
No.
No.
Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
That sounds kind of cool. Nobody told me that, actually. But, you know.
That doesn't seem so terrible. Am I missing something?
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories, so the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
I'll be fine. Will I become Calliope? You know? Yeah, would I adopt the name Calliope and
You're saying I won't be me.
whatever?
I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen.
Was
and
your name
prepared.
like a J name before it was
I didn't choose
Apollo?
this.
I
Jake.
understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
Jason or Jace.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the
Jared.
same since we came to the New World.
He looks like a Jared.
She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
What?
When you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war. And eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
This is a little heavy.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much.
Damn.
We gather to
Okay.
pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be
There no
grateful
god
you-
of therapy?
Trust me.
Of mental health. God or goddess? I get it. How actually I can't say I get it because Grace hasn't experienced the veil lifting. So for now, this is the lens that we're looking at it through.
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final
Like,
decision.
we don't know what it's like when all the
She's not here
old
just yet.
memories come rushing
Until
back.
she
so
arrives, I suggest mingling.
we don't know what she went through
Mingling.
during the war and why it's so
Yeah,
bad.
Mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Okay. Where's Eros? Over there. Where's Aphrodite? Hello, my Turkish wrestler friend. You look sad again. Oh, is that why
Grace.
you were sad?
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
Oh, buddy.
Oh. Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Apollo told me. Calliope always refused to come to these things, right?
Yeah, no matter how much Aphrodite begged. Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it.
It's
I
weird.
almost want
It's
to
weird.
run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
Hey, I understand. This can't be easy.
She's the one who is suffering. I shouldn't be complaining. I just hate this. I'm there every day, going through it all with her. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the weeks when she just won't get out of bed. I'm there when she forgets the war's over and I hold her. until the screaming stops. Me. I do that.
That sounds awful.
And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Should I pry? Sure.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't usually talk about it, but I know you don't mean any harm. What happened is that Brother Ares happened.
Oh, okay.
He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jack-booted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus,
Yes.
No. Should I?
Peste.
god of smiths? He could make anything, any tool or weapon.
Yeah.
He was Aphrodite's husband.
Oh, okay.
And he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Interesting how this game chooses to show the after effects of trauma. Like with Persephone, it's the angry route, and with Aphrodite, it's this. Tell me
Then
about this deal.
deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Sa huli ang pagsisisi?
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Maybe I just don't understand, but... Isn't this... like suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die. For a while.
You sound like you don't approve of what Aphrodite's doing.
What I want is for her to not hurt anymore. What I want is for this to end. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
What do you mean?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
My God, what would you do if like your friend was like, guys, I'm gonna kill myself. So we're gonna hold a party. Please respect my decision. Would you rush in? What if you're wrong?
What if she decides not to do this and it keeps getting worse?
Then I'll be with her to help her reach the other side.
If she can.
Yeah. If she can. It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't.
I was here for intel
All I
on
want,
Pan.
one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Now I'm bothered. And
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
because maybe you're not the real Apollo, huh, Paul?
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
that would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
Why?
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer. But wiser? No. Not so far.
Should we tell him about this or no? Let's try not to.
I should get back out there.
Don't want him roping him into this. Okay. Let's go wait for Madame.
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are.
Is this your chosen? Is she the new one?
Yet here she is. Huh.
Nice to meet you again.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh,
What
it's
manners I have.
Venus.
Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Oh,
Hi, my name's Venus. And yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
How what do you call that? Is it serendipitous? Nice. You're okay with this? No, let's not reveal our...
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
We'll both be new at this, huh? Maybe we could get together and compare notes if you,
Survived my trial.
Yeah. Lady Aphrodite told me. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
Easy gay.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare
Her
for my
eyeshadow is
departure.
blended. Oh! Yeah, can we do this
Are
first?
you sure we can't talk first? I really need your help, Aphrodite.
I know you do, my dear. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm afraid my time is up. But since you've shown such kindness in coming, I will ask Eros to make himself available to you afterwards. There's nothing I know that he does not. He is my son, my truest friend, my longest love.
Okay.
Won't he be a little distracted?
Eros has been through this before, Grace. He knows what must be done.
We will green all the way.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
Not that I want to deny Venus the
A babe in a dream,
opportunity,
and yet already possessed of
Is that
such
what you could
earnest
call it?
purpose.
but
Weren't you opposed to this, Grace?
Apollo! Oh, you've
You
come
bitch!
after all.
You look remarkably
I
well,
was
cousin.
playing it cool and
I've
then
had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
I don't... This is a good... We are glitching. This is a good response, but I can't choose it.
I couldn't say.
An honest answer, I suppose. Some say it is about pain, for I have known pain. Some say it is about love, for above all things, I have known love. But truly, tonight is about memory. Memory I want to lose. But first, I shall honor it. Go! Enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
If we allow this, are we assisting the suicide? Is that what's going on? Oh, Lord.
I want to apologize again, Grace. I really messed up.
It's okay.
It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
I love that your wheelchair matches your hair highlights. I don't mind.
Don't worry about it. My foot has been lodged firmly in my mouth since this began.
It's a relief to know I won't be the only one. If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happened? Do you feel different?
It... No. But it did happen really quickly.
I'm not sure.
For me. For
it happened so
Grace.
fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
Your name is really
Your
Venus?
name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. like they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that.
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Errol's called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
But I wouldn't.
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger, something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
Let's do it. Let's see how this goes.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here, to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided. We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by.
Oh, I got chills again.
Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong, we were wrong. We sought shelter from the shadows, but were soon ripped from the dark. Those mortal souls that ended us were jealous from the start. They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held me prisoner for so long. I thought I'd win their hearts again.
Survive! Laban bakla!
I was wrong. I see you have the power. It's a poisonous reward. My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored. Loved by every mortal, then was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy. Made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory. And this love I'll never know
shit.
is what he gave to me.
I mean, she honestly has to make the decision on her own.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say. I can't imagine. I feel like a child who grew up too fast. The goddess of love can't get past the past. What good is a flame when everything's ash? I can't imagine.
There's no excuse, but mortals can tell.
You know.
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
You know. You know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine
I can imagine.
this really happened? I won't let you weep, you know it's too late. Sing me to sleep, pity my fate. My memories won't let me be.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
It's up to you!
Lost in a moment.
Step forward, sweet Venus, my angel.
I won't tell you what to do.
What to do. Though I live forever, from now I'll be inside of you. And while I'm sleeping, you'll be my soul guardian. Would Hephaestus thank you for your sacrifice? Would he light a candle and still fight the fight? How do we get through the night?
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
I can't! I can't! I can't! I can't!
Lost in a moment.
I
If
can't!
anyone would know about the mysteries of love, you would know. Only you can decide. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a moment,
Lost in a moment.
Sorry, Eros.
I'm fine. I'm still myself. I thought there'd be something more, that I feel her presence, but she's just gone.
She'll be back. But she'll also be you. She'll be different.
I'll try to be ready. I promise.
Sorry, I just... Did I fuck up? Because the game was kind of telling me that it's either you prevent it or not. But then, like, why am I the defining factor? I can't choose for her. I can only tell her what I think. Like, couldn't there have been an option that this is my opinion? However, you choose still. But just know this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
really
buddy.
Sorry, Eros. I know you wanted me to convince Aphrodite to change her mind, but
It's all right. There's no convincing her, was there?
She didn't have the strength to fight any longer. At least, now she can rest.
I suppose that's true. Before we go, Aphrodite told me you wanted her help.
Yeah.
To learn about Calliope's death.
That's all I want.
I'm not my mother, but
Jesus.
maybe there's something I can tell you. Do you have any suspects yet?
Athena, Apollo. Okay, maybe a Pan.
I was, thinking maybe Pan.
Pan? He's a lot of things, but a murderer.
He showed up at my apartment right after I left Athena's office. He's very suspicious.
He is, I'll give you that. I'll never forgive him for Cupid.
You know, there is a far more obvious suspect.
Who?
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't you?
Oh, shit. She's here? Wait, what?
Wait, hold the phone. That chick who turns people into stone?
Yeah, that's the one.
Medusa works for Athena as...
Snakes for
well,
hair?
as a watcher. That's how Lady Aphrodite described it.
Mother always complained there was something wrong about Medusa, that she would be trouble eventually. Athena disagreed.
If you're gonna start looking into anyone, Grace, start with her.
Come now, Venus. It's been a long night. I'll get you home.
Thank you for everything, Grace. Truly. It was a wonderful song.
So, did they have anything helpful?
Maybe. What do you know about Medusa?
Medusa? That's a rather dark name to unearth. Are you thinking of seeking her out?
The fact that we're divulging all the plans to Apollo when he's on the suspect list. Is there another way?
I have to. How else will I find out what she knows?
You need to be careful, Grace. Medusa is not to be toyed with. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know.
Maybe.
Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
We just went through friggin' heavy shit,
What
man.
Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
I'm not. You're still on my shit list. I
For what it's worth, I'm sorry I dragged you into it.
It was my choice. I did what I could, though I may indeed have made things worse.
You haven't. Even if you had, isn't now the time to fix it?
Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Ay, si Kuya. And his fucking Havaianas.
Ugh, Apollo. Always so dramatic. Well done, by the way. And cheers to you, Aphrodite. You shall be missed. For a few years, at least.
Don't joke. What did I...
Still don't know if I did the right thing.
Well, it was never up to you, Grace. The choice has always been Aphrodite's. She's been in hell since the war. And you? You were only a visitor. I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster. More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. Oof. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
Heart!
You're incredible. You know that?
There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
No,
Who's
really.
being facetious?
I am incredible. It's true. It's good that you recognize this.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh, you can't take it back, Grace. I would have thought you'd learned that by now.
Oh, we get a song?
After centuries of cruel injustice, everybody working against me, every idol but for one, violent with apathy. We couldn't reach a resolution, but you and I, I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace,
Me what?
something seems familiar about you. Have we met some lifetime ago?
What happened to the saxophones?
Gods like me
For
don't have
Persephone.
too much to hope for. The rules been fixed throughout the ages, so I have forged a daring path. I would like to make some changes. You see, we can win a revolution. You and I. I'm queen of the
I see your heart.
underworld, and you, Grace, your lost little girl. The first time we met, you called me that, and now I understand. Show it or not, I see your heart. You
You would know.
Yet it's me who's closing in. Think I like that mouth on you, won't you?
You've overstayed your welcome. Time to go home.
No!
Get out of here, Grace.
Okay. We will pursue that. It's happening.
They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held